hello ladies and gentlemen, HoloTide here, and today we're going to talk about what is the objectively best Halo maps of all time. Actually, not. I put Snowbound in the thumbnail because I wanted people to look at that and say, what the heck is this guy thinking? Snowbound will be in the video, just not in the way you probably think. But if you played Halo growing up, there's a good chance that there are certain maps that just live rent-free in your head. And this could be because they were aesthetically pleasing to you, you have great memories, maybe you hit a clip on a certain map, maybe you were into MLG stuff and the balance of maps were something that was really important to you. So in this video, I'm gonna give my top Halo maps. But before we get into the actual main video, here are the honorable mentions. Plaza from Halo 5. Unfortunately, no Halo 5 map made it into my favorite Halo maps of all time, but I think this one definitely deserves to be mentioned. I think it's probably the best Halo 5 map. Chiron, or Chiron, or Chiron, I've heard it said a billion different ways. TL34. I know this is like a love-hate kind of map, but with the teleporters and everything, I just think it's a lot of fun, and the lore behind it, very cool. Spire from Halo Reach, definitely got to be on there. And the Halo 4 map, Exile. I think that BTB and stuff was really good in Halo 4. I think that was by far the best game mode in that game. Like, it was the most fun. And Exile, I think, is a good map from Halo 4. So those are the honorable mentions. Ivory Tower, and I didn't want to include the remake in Halo Reach because I feel like that map is almost... it's broken because of like jetpack and stuff. It just doesn't feel as good as it did in Halo 2, but I love Ivory Tower. It's tight and frantic, and the urban feel that the map has is a little bit different than what we're used to. I'm not sure I really see this map on, tier list and stuff, but to me, it really does stand out in Halo 2. I think about this, when I think about Halo 2, I think about this map. Aesthetically, I love it. And I really don't get why it doesn't get talked about as much as some of these other maps on the list. Midship to me is truly one of the best maps ever made. It's pretty much chaos the entire time. It's, how small that map is. There's no real breathing room. I really do think that Bungie tried to make this map as small and compact and tight as possible, just so it could have so much chaos. It's also one of those Covenant-themed maps, so it's purple and pink, and I do love that. This is another one of those maps where you don't really have anywhere to, like, go camp or hide, and if you can get to the sword, you pretty much control the entire match. And playing Capture the Flag on here is just, it's so fast and chaotic and fun. I absolutely love this map in Halo 2, and it definitely deserves a spot on this list. Lockout, the map, so good that they have remade it multiple times. But to me, Lockout, another one of those all-time maps. It's one of those maps where you can approach a fight in so many different ways, so many different play styles. I think the map played fast and unpredictable. It's kind of like Guardian, where you're never far from a fight. You've got the shotgun, you've got the sword, you got the sniper. It just kind of felt chaotic, and every match was different. Aesthetically, I do love the design of the map. We got Blackout in Halo 3, and just not as aesthetically pleasing, even though that map is almost like the exact same. But Lockout's where it's at. By the way, today's video is sponsored by Legends of Reach, an impressive mod built for Nebula's Fleet Command. They reached out to me to both get eyes on their incredible mod, but also to potentially recruit Halo fans who may be interested in assisting with the goals, as they are looking for Unity developers or programmers and 3D modelers to help continue development. In this mod, you command the fleets of the UNSC, the URF, and the Covenant, each designed with distinct strengths, tactics, and playstyles, all carefully balanced to fight fairly against Nebulus's vanilla factions. Right now, the mod features 6 major UNSC ships and 5 Covenant ships, with more vessels already planned for both sides. As the UNSC dominate at range with brutal magnetic accelerator cannons, choosing between light and heavy MAC rounds to crack enemy formations. As the Covenant, close in and annihilate targets with terrifying plasma weaponry, including the infamous glassing beam. But manage your power carefully, or your shields will fail when you need them most. Unleash cluster missiles, modular MIRV-style weapons, that split into customizable sub-munitions, adding layers of tactical depth to every engagement. While inspired by Halo lore, Legends of Reach takes advantage of Nebulus's deep shipbuilding system, meaning it's not 100% lore exact, but built first and foremost for gameplay balance and strategic freedom. The mod includes dozens of custom weapons and equipment pulled straight from Halo lore, alongside lore-friendly additions designed specifically for Nebulous combat. Currently, Halo Legends of Reach is unavailable due to major base game updates and real-life changes affecting the original team, but to bring it back, they need more people to help carry that torch. Again, needing people familiar with Unity, programming, and 3D modeling to help. If you or someone you know may be interested, you can contact Killsmith on Discord, you can join the server at Discord, or you can email legendsofreachmod@gmail.com. I will have links to all of these in the description. Honestly, this is one of those mods where I feel like people have asked for space combat and naval combat for a long time from Halo. And just like with our games with the mods in the MCC, a group of talented modders have taken upon themselves to provide this content. So again, reach out to them if you're interested, and maybe check out the mod when it's ready. Now back to the video. All right, this is the worst map, in my opinion, Snowbound. Aesthetically, I should love this map. I love snow maps so much, but Snowbound, I have like literally zero good memories on this map. It's unbalanced, it encouraged camping. The top is just kind of wide open. There's like no real cover, and the tunnels turn into a grenade spam shotgun heaven. So if the other team had somebody that grabbed the sniper and just sat up top and another person holding down the tunnels and they refused to move, the match immediately just stopped being fun at all. There's so many bottlenecks and long hallways with grenade spam and the shield doors. Oh my god, the shield doors made everything worse. The beginning is just everybody trying to get to the shotgun and then just camping after that, trying to get free kills. It's one of those maps that even if you were playing well, you just kind of still got dealt with a bad hand because you just kept getting punished over and over and over again. There was a newer version, I believe, called Boundless, which is, I've never actually called it that. I've always just called the map Snowbound. I don't know why. But I guess it's a map variant. But anyways, they tried to fix the balance, and I think that's where they removed most of the shield doors with only a couple of the entrances blocked, but it helped, but it's still just not a good map. It just never really clicked for me. And I honestly hated it. Guardian, there's just never a relaxed moment on Guardian. It's small, asymmetrical, and built around a circular arena that guarantees the entire match that you're just 2 seconds away from a gunfight at all times. You've got sniper and camo. It's got everything nasty that's in Halo 3. Again, the map is tight enough so your motion sensor is constantly lighting up. And when you die, you respawn and you're immediately back into fighting somebody within milliseconds. The map aesthetically is one of my favorite. It looks almost calm, with the foliage and things like that. But man, this map was a nightmare. Really, Guardian kind of rewarded movement and map knowledge. There were multiple levels, you could do jumps, there were weird angles, sneaky hiding spots. And if you knew all these things, you could absolutely take over the map. I think Oddball was a perfect game mode for this map. There's so many different escape routes and routes back into the fight. And I really do feel like good players separate themselves on this map. Aesthetically, again, this is one of my favorite maps in Halo history. It's so different than almost any other map, especially in Halo 3, that it just stands out in my mind as an all-timer. So, the pit. Visually, it's kind of plain. It's a training course, a lot of concrete, not really much going on, but the pit in Halo 3 is just so good. It's multiplayer perfection. Some of the most iconic clips in regular multiplayer as well as on the MLG circuit have been hit on the pit. It's symmetrical. All the power weapons are like in the dead center. Every match opens up with a mad sprint to the middle of the map to either get like the overshield or rockets. And then you have the snipers at each tower, shotguns, battle rifles, You always had your go-to thing that you wanted to run to, whether it was a sniper or maybe you wanted to go grab rockets. My favorite thing was getting the sniper rifle and getting up on the tower and seeing how long I could last before somebody domed me before I could even get a kill. From a competitive angle, this map is just, it's insanely balanced. There's no vehicles, there's no real gimmicks, no weird power positions that you can just stay in and lock down the whole entire game. Everything really came down to teamwork and positioning and hitting your shots, and it kind of just exemplifies what Halo was. It's not huge, but you have enough space to fight and then rotate or even kind of disappear. It's a 3-lane map, but on one side there's a little bit of verticality, there's 2 elevations, but really there's just limited paths, so strategy actually mattered. All the big ticket items are placed in ways that force fights instead of avoiding them. I loved playing Slayer, free-for-all. The pit looks boring, but it plays really smart, and that's why so many people call it their favorite Halo map ever, and it absolutely deserves a spot on this list. Blood Gulch, and I'm gonna be honest here, people might be mad, but this is the only version of the map that I care about. Every other version is inferior to the original one. It's Blood Gulch, it's iconic, you already know. There's 2 bases, a huge long valley, and that's pretty much it. But somehow, it's one of the best maps ever made. It's simple, you go get the flag, don't get your head taken off while you try to get back to your base. You had snipers, you had vehicles, side paths. It really did feel like all of these different play styles and different equipment and vehicles and stuff, they all kind of just fit into this map perfectly. It has iconic moments. The first time I ever played Blood Gulch was actually on the demo disc for Halo CE. The first time I ever played Blood Gulch was on the CE demo on PC, and I just remember thinking that I had never played anything like it before. People, you know, still talk about Blood Gulch, and it's been decades later. Red versus Blue turned that map into like an icon outside of gaming. Like, Blood Gulch isn't the most perfect map ever made, but it's so iconic, and it just kind of set the blueprint going forward. That's it for the tier list. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel, what your favorite maps are. Give me your top 3 and then your most hated map. I'm actually curious to see how many people either agree with me on Snowbound or think I'm an idiot. Make sure you sub to the channel if you love Halo content. I could be your favorite Halo YouTuber. There's like 4 people left doing Halo content anyways. And I will catch you guys around the ring.
Peace.